Hello, everybody. It's me. It's Shad. It's Polynerdic on the internet, doing my first and OrNERDnary vlog in over 2 years. Not that I have been off the internet in that time frame, but I have certainly not done this sort of thing in a while. It is December 30th, 2022, and as the headline above me says, we're closing the door on 2022. I can't speak for all of you, obviously, but the last 18 months of my life have been wild. Part of the reason why it's been 2 years since we did a vlog. I have been on quite the journey. A very long-term relationship ended in 2021. It broke me. I fell apart. Life fell apart as a result. I changed jobs. I moved into a new apartment in 2022. I continued to try to salvage my life and rebuild my life, and that has been my story. 2022 saw the end of the OrNERDnary podcast for the time being, maybe forever. My streaming took a hit. I went on hiatus in September. Around the same time I ended the podcast, I decided to stop streaming all the time. I've gotten back into it recently in December. Thank you, Bear and Breakfast, for being my savior there. We're going to start in 2023 streaming some Dead by Daylight, maybe some of the new Warzone. I don't know. Life's kind of wobbly right now. It's still not on stable ground. We've put a lot of work into ourselves the last couple years, between the last podcast, the last vlog, and this one. Those of you that have stuck with me through the whole run are very aware of all the things, and those of you that read both my blogs and listen to the podcast and have been there for the streams are all very aware that it's been a ride, and the latter half of 2021 till now. But I'm happy to say that I'm optimistic. I spent a large part of my life waking up every morning upset that I woke up. Now, I won't lie to you, strangers on the internet. When I wake up in the morning over there on my couch, I wake up and there's a trace of heartbreak when I wake up. When I wake up and I immediately become aware of where I am and more importantly who's not there. I feel a tinge of heartbreak. It's no longer an overwhelming heartbreak, but it's still there. And then I get out of bed and do my day. Even knowing that my job is very likely gonna break my heart. I'm gonna come across some patient account where either the patient or the parent is in a bad way. I'm gonna talk to somebody that's gonna just weigh on my heart over the course of my job. But I like my apartment. I just talked to my landlord this morning. Unfortunately, rent's going up a little bit, which, I mean, if you know me and you know my socio-political beliefs, I think that's bullshit, because the apartment hasn't improved. There is not an increased value to this place. Why am I paying more for it? But the reality is things are good. And forgive me for looking this way a lot. I don't like that right there. I don't like that. But things are good, everybody. Those of you that have been with me for a long time have seen my journey. Those of you that are just finding either the blog or this video today, things are good. They're not better than they've ever been, but I'm better than I've ever been, and that's an important distinction. I very much live paycheck to paycheck. I very much live a solitary existence, in part because of my extreme introversion and touch of agoraphobia. Um, but things for me personally are good. And I'm going to carry that energy into 2023. It's been a long road. It's been a heartbreaking road. It's been a devastating road for me personally since everything fell apart in 2021. But on reflection, I think all of that chaos and turmoil forged me. You know, they always make the comments about that, like, steel is forged in fire. You know, like you can't strengthen yourself without a little bit of suffering. And as much as I hate that sort of thinking, I think the suffering I went through, and the break that followed allowed me to strengthen. As cliche as that sounds, I feel like I have been forged in fire again. Like I feel like my foundation is the stablest it's been in a long time. Don't neglect your mental health, people. Like that's my message to everybody is don't neglect your mental health. Don't do what I did and think you can power through it without help and medication. Because I, no joke, let the best thing that's ever happened to me slip through my fingers and fall apart like sands through an hourglass. Because I was a stubborn asshole and didn't take care of my mental health. I touched my glasses when I pointed out the ring light, and I got to get rid of that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that things are easy. Things are great. I still, as I mentioned, strongly dislike what I do for a living, but it does pay the bills. I want to get back into more of this, but the thing is money and time. It's hard to be a streamer when you can't afford video games. It's hard to run a podcast about nerd culture when you can't afford nerd culture. Like everything you see behind me is, well, with the exception of that dice tower right there that's on the edge of the screen, which was a Christmas gift, has been purchased long ago when I had money. So I'm going to try to reconfigure and figure out how I can do these things with the limited resources I have, and how I can do these things with the limited energy I have, because I'm an old fucking man. I turn 40 next year. Ugh. So I've got to figure some things out, but I did want to touch base with everybody as we end 2022. I'm going to spend the weekend with my 17-year-old. They need a little mental vacation from things, so I'm happy to provide that. Going to work on some things while they're here, because they're old enough they don't need me to entertain them. I'm sure we will have not long conversations about things like we always do. But this weekend is going to be a great way to close out 2022. At least that's my hope. And then going into 2023, I'm going to carry this energy, carry this growth, carry this progress through the struggles that are already presenting themselves. Like I said, rent went up. Thankfully, that doesn't go up till February, but the next check I write will be for more than the last one. Going to enjoy the weekend. I hope you enjoy your weekend. I might try to stream with the kiddo here. I don't know. Depends on what they're doing. If they're doing something that, like if they're sitting over there playing Overwatch, it will be awkward to stream while they play Overwatch because you'll hear it on top of whatever I'm doing. But if they go to bed and I'm still up, I can absolutely stream. That's my big old man, I almost said internet plans. My old man New Year's Eve plans. I doubt I'll be up for the ball drop changeover to the year 2023. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll stream that. I don't know. If you're watching this after the new year, none of that's relevant. but I did want to touch base. That's what this was about. I realized this morning that I had not done this in a very long time. I did not realize it was 2 years. October of 2020 was the last time I did a vlog with the Know Your Why rant. Thankfully, I'm out of that company. As I was discussing with my current boss, very cult-like behavior of that company. But I'm doing well, everybody. Like, for those of you that have been wondering, those of you that have wondered where I went since, the podcast dropped off and the streaming dried up and whatnot. 2023, I'm not going to pretend that it's going to be a better year. I'm not going to pretend that it's going to be my year. I'm not going to sit here on December 30th, 2022 and go, 2023 is the year I make it. But what I can tell you is 2023 is going to be a year of continued struggle and growth. I am absolutely certain that we will continue to see hardship. We will continue to see coping, and we will continue, coping with that hardship, not the modern internet use of cope. We will grow. We will continue to build the life that we're in now. We're past the time of mourning what was lost, and now we're into fostering growth. That's the spirit I want to take into 2023. I don't do resolutions. I'm not going to be like, this is the year I get my shit together. Just going to continue day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute sometimes, progressing forward. Take my medications, maybe get back into therapy if money allows. As much as I hate it, 2023 is going to be largely about the budget. Is going to be what goes on, unless I happen to land a job that is, $60K a year. It's going to continue to be dollar by dollar as much as it's minute by minute. And the good part is, I'm in a place where that thought isn't overwhelming. Like that's the big change for me, I guess, is that I can sit here and go, oh shit, money's going to be tight next year, and be like, we'll do it. We'll get through it. Yeah. Going to continue to play D&D. I'm going to continue to try to churn out some content that's tabletop oriented. Still not in a position to do any like actual play stuff unless someone sees this and wants to invite me to their game, their show, their actual play. I would love to be on an actual play, because it would foster some structured you have to play on Tuesday every week kind of thing. It's way too easy for me to be like, nope, not going to do it. As much as I hate structure, sometimes I need it. Gonna get back into streaming. The podcast may return sometime this year in a different format. I'm actually thinking about scrapping every episode that's been recorded, all 500 some of them or whatever it was. I forget how many I did. Like 5-6 years of podcast. I'm really considering scrapping all of it, deleting that entire history, and then starting it brand new. The all-new OrNERDnary podcast. I don't know. But I wanted to sit down and talk to you for 15 minutes or so. I've been building a sense of optimism for over the last year or so. And I've had my ups and my downs. I've had my moments of chaos, my moments of despair. But I'm still standing. I'm still moving forward. The old heart is healing. The brain is continuing to get better and better. Life continues to throw both blessings and disaster at me. But I'm still standing, and I'm still moving forward, and that's the important message moving forward is that we are going to continue to grow and change and age and get old, and it's all okay. Like none of it is disaster. we've made it this far. We're going to keep moving forward until we can't move anymore. Like that's, atrophy is the rule of the universe, right? All things come to an end, but we're going to enjoy ourselves until that time. I hope you have a good New Year's. I hope 2023 brings you joy and blessings and all of that stuff. I hope you make it through the bad times, and I hope you enjoy the good. That's going to be the last thing I probably do, unless I find time to stream this weekend. I will see you in 2023. Thank you for being a member of the Nerdy Neighborhood. Thank you for being a nerdy neighbor. Thank you for your support and your enjoyment of what little I do now, but everything I've done up to this point. It does mean a lot to me. You know all the places you can find me. You know all the places where you can support what we do, either with your eyes and time or with your money. I'm hoping in 2023 we'll see an increase in that income because thus far I've only gotten one $50 check from Twitch, and that immediately went to my kid's birthday. That was a godsend. It arrived at the perfect moment, and I'm hoping in 2023 we'll see more of that. Lord knows I need it, or could use it, but we'll get by with or without it. But again, thank you for everything. My community is small, but I like it. I like my little neighborhood, and I'm hoping to have some more people move into it in 2023. That's my goal for the year, not a resolution. Move forward, keep growing, both myself and those around me. I'm going to sign off before I get sidetracked again, because that's what I started to do. I hope you have a good New Year's, surrounded by those you love, and that you get rid of the people that are toxic and bad to you personally, mentally, physically, financially, whatever. Anyone that's a drain on you, I hope they either get their shit together or you find a way to limit your exposure to them. I want nothing but good for all of you. And that, my friends, is how we're going to end this vlog. Thank you for being a part of the Nerdy Neighborhood, and I'll see you around the internet.